What is up, everybody? Hey, my name is Craig. If you are new to this channel, me and my buddy Chris started this. We admit we are Detroit Lions fans. We love the Lions, but we also love the NFL, so we wanted to start a channel. And when we started this just a few years ago, we started with this mentality, this Detroit Lions mentality of, man, we don't get enough attention nationally, so let's cover other teams that don't get the national attention that they deserve. I think Tampa Bay embodies this. I don't know if you feel this down in Tampa from someone who's not from the Florida area. I'm up in Michigan. I can tell you, they don't get the national love. And somebody who's also been overlooked is Baker Mayfield. And we're like, let's give this a go. And we're here to talk to you right now about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and how they have got some scary good news heading into the bye week coming up this week. And what a perfect time. If there was ever a team that needed a bye week, this was it. All right, you play us, the Detroit Lions, on the 20th. We have an injured secondary. Your offense is hurt. Then you get to play the Saints. Thank goodness. The best cure for an extremely injury-riddled team is to play the New Orleans Saints. At least this year, that seems to be the case. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to be scary good as they continue to get healthy. I've got some things that I want to talk about. We'll talk about what Baker said. We'll talk about how I feel about your head coach. But before I do that, I just want to do something very simple. I want to look at who the inactives were last week, all right? And here they are, all right? And this doesn't include players on IR. So, yes, when you don't see guys like Mike Evans on there, right? These aren't guys that are out, all right? You were down Godwin, Haggard, Irving, Reddick, Vildor. Like, there were so many injuries. Evans, like we said already. And I know there's people that I'm not even thinking of that aren't even there, right? That were questionable or doubtful. And I look at that and it's just like, oh my goodness, this production. Tez Johnson is what we're relying on. Okay, that's what we're relying on. By the way, that dude can jump out of the park. Like, it's nuts. But with all of that being said, Bucky Irving, the difference between him and who's next in white, are you kidding me right now? It's not even remotely close. It looks like Rachaad White is walking or running through quicksand. Like, he's running on the beach while Bucky Irving has a treadmill to help him. Like, or like those people movers that you see in the airports. Chris Godwin, let's get this dude back. Let's get him healthy. Emeka Egbuka is still kind of, he's not a shadow of himself, but he is not his normal self because of the hamstring injury. So you get the bye week, you start to get healthy. Even while not being healthy, I just want to zoom in here and show you this for a second. Through the first 8 weeks of the season, man, oh man, was it a tricky schedule. You start at a difficult road opponent and a team that has been hit or miss in the Atlanta Falcons, right? That's a good win. You go on the road to Houston, get another tough win, a playoff team from last year. You get a win against the Jets. That's one of the easy ones, even though you made it not seem so easy. Tough fought loss to the Philadelphia Eagles. Then you go on the road and you beat the 5-2 Seattle Seahawks, now 5-2. You beat the now 5-3 San Francisco 49ers. You lose to Detroit on the road in prime time, and then you come back and you get a decisive defensive victory to get yourself to 6-2 going into the bye week. You have as middle of the season bye week as you can. There's no direct middle anymore, but this is about as direct as it can. And then this is where the scary good part comes in. You have 3 difficult games, 6-2, 5-2. I want to say 5-2, but I'm not positive. I think they had a bye week this past week. But 6-2, 5-2, 5-2. And then, whoa. Not trending in the right direction. Whoa. After Sunday, November 23rd, against the LA Rams, there is a real chance that you are favored in every single one of your games going after that. the next 6 games, there's a good chance you do not play a team that has a winning record. When I look at the remainder of this, and I know that there's unique games and it's always going to be a little bit of a roller coaster with Baker as your quarterback, right? I see a team going 12-5, right? Like, let's say you win either at home against New England or on the road at Buffalo or on the road at LA. I think you go 1-2 in those next 3 games, and then you go 6-0 or 5-1 maybe. And so, like, I can see a couple more losses, 2-3 losses in this. That's about it. You're a team that's going to end 12-5. You're going to win the division. Look, you've got the teams that are in front of you. You've got not much, right? I mean, here's the playoffs right now as it sits. You got the Packers at 5-1-1, the Eagles at 6-2, you at 6-2, and the Seahawks. Lions are 5-2, Rams are 5-2. All these teams that are in competition with you, you have by far, not even remotely close, you have by far the easiest schedule remaining out of those teams. You just do. And so that is another one of those things that you're just like, okay, let's look into this. This is good, and it could be scary as you get healthy. So I told you I was going to talk about Mayfield. When he talked about what was going on with this team, he said it would have been nice if we matched their energy and their play, but watching that's unbelievable. That's lights out defense. The only reason they got points was because of the turnover right before the half. And they're, this is a family-friendly show, near in field goal range. They played a shutout ball game in my eyes. Everybody flying around and making plays, and Nelly obviously had a heck of a game. Here's the deal, and this is something that I want to talk to all of you about. This is a defense that this year is doing better than the amount of points that they are allowing. They have given up some big points. According to PFF, though, they are tied for the 8th rated defense. This is a good defense, and we know Todd Bowles has done that. And he's put together good defenses. And sometimes it was good defenses that helped lead, all right, to honestly just really good teams that made the playoffs. You don't make the playoffs and win the Super Bowl without a good defense, even when you have the GOAT as your quarterback. But I just want to go here, and you can see if you can see it. Since Bowles came in, right, you had the 3 years of Bruce Arians, and, you know, Arians had to go, and I understand why, all the health stuff and different things like that. Right. By the way, your top receiver was Godwin and Evans. Isn't it nice? Isn't it amazing that these guys are all still there always? It's just amazing and still around right now. It's like Buka though. And I want to say this really, really, really quickly. Todd Bowles comes in and it's Brady's final year. There's all the, I'm not going to play. Oh, I'm going to play again. And then it's almost like, all right, they went 8-9, and it's almost like, all right, Todd Bowles was here. We had to give him the job. We'll bring in Baker Mayfield, and it kind of felt like he was left for dead almost. It was a bridge quarterback. And then what Todd Bowles did now with Baker Mayfield, with 3, just for clarity, 3 different offensive coordinators, the fact that this team just continues to stay consistent and continues to play good football, you have an underrated one of the better coaches in the league. He went 9-8 in year 1. Okay, 8-9 in year 1 with Tom Brady. He got better in year 2 with Baker Mayfield at 9-8. 10-7. He's improved by a game every single year, and they are absolutely at 6-2 on track to improve again. 11-6 would be surprising to me. I think 12-5 is the number for this team. 11-6, I could see it, but he has improved a game every single year. And now the question is, can they get to that next level when it comes to the playoffs? So I think they're going to be scary good. This is a team to be reckoned with, and this is the year that I think they make some noise in the playoffs as well. I think they'll be healthy at the right time. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.